Welcome students. Let us see the solution for next question, that is question number 17, where I have written the options here on the board, and let us see the data, what data is given. Concentrated aqueous H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, is 98% H2SO4. It's mentioned that it is 98% H2SO4 by mass and has density of 1.80 gram per liter. What is mentioned again? It has been mentioned that the density is 1.80 gram per liter. The volume of acid required to make 1 liter of 0.1 molar H2SO4 solution. See, the basic idea behind this is, one is a concentrated solution. You just imagine 98% of H2SO4 means 98 gram of H2SO4 is dissolved in 100 gram of solution. That means 98 gram is H2SO4 and 2 gram is water. You can imagine how concentrated it is. From that, they are asking you to prepare a diluted solution. See, dilute solution, of strength 0.1 molar. They are asking you to prepare of 1 liter. Volume is given 1 liter. So this is the given data where they have mentioned the density as well. So let us see how we can solve this. So this basic idea of this, 98% by weight means 98 gram of sulfuric acid in 2 grams of water. So first what we have to do is, let us calculate the number of moles of sulfuric acid. Number of moles of sulfuric acid means given mass by molar mass. Molar mass of H2SO4 is again 98. So what is the number of mole? Number of mole comes out to be 1. So it is 1 mole. Now since density is given, we know density is equal to mass by volume. So what can we do? If we want volume, then density divided by mass, or mass divided by density. So let us see. Volume of solution is equal to mass of solution divided by density. What is mass of solution? Mass of solution is given 100 gram. 100 divided by, what is density? Density is given as 1.80 gram per liter, and here it is gram. Gram gets cancelled. So it comes out to be 55.55 ml, or because we want molarity, we have to convert it into liters, so it becomes 0.055 liters. Still here it is clear, it comes to be 0.055 liters. Now let us see. We will be using molarity of solution. Molarity of solution is equal to 98 divided, it is mass by molar mass, or you can simply write 1 by 0.05 also. I'm just giving you an idea of this, what? 1 number of moles of solute by volume of solution in liters. So otherwise you can just write 1 by 0.055. It comes out to be 18.02. So we have got the molarity now. But what is the question? They have asked volume of acid required to make 1 liter of 0.1 molar H2SO4. So we will have to use the formula of M1V1 is equal to M2V2. How can we apply? M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. One will be for concentrated, one will be for dilute one. So let us see. For concentrated one, we have calculated, right? For solution, molarity into volume, we do not know how much volume is required to make this new solution. This new solution is of dilute one. Dilute one, what is given? 0.1 molar, and of volume 1 liter. 1 liter means 1000 ml. So this implies V1 is equal to 0.1 into 1000 whole divided by 18.02, which comes out to be 5.55 milliliter, which is option A. Next, let's move on to the next question, which is a very simple one. It's based on average atomic mass concept. Average atomic mass, usually it will be applied when the elements can exist in the form of isotopes. Isotopes means having different atomic mass but same atomic number. So what is the question given? In the question, it's mentioned that there are 3 isotopic compositions. In one, X200, that means atomic mass is 200 with the percentage abundance as 90%. Second one is 199 is the atomic mass with percentage of 8, that means 8% abundance. Next is 202 atomic mass with 2% of abundance, and the options are given 199 AMU, B is 200 AMU, and C is 201 AMU, D is 202 AMU, that is atomic mass unit. They have asked the weighed average atomic mass of this naturally occurring element X. You will have to find out. See, average atomic mass, how it is calculated? It is calculated by considering the atomic mass and their percentage of occurrence. Occurrence in the sense how much it is present in the nature or how much we get it in the nature. Now let us see average atomic mass. The formula is average atomic mass of X. Let us consider all the isotopes here. So percentage of isotope 1 into its atomic mass. Are you getting the point? So what are we going to do? Percentage of isotope 1, that means 90% into its atomic mass, plus percentage of isotope 2 into its atomic mass. Same way of the other one, percentage of isotope 3 into its atomic mass. Whole divided by the abundance actually. So directly we can calculate this way. So percentage of isotope 90% means divided by 100 into atomic mass 200 plus next is 8% into 199, next is 2 by 100 into 202. Calculate this, you get it as 199.96 AMU, which is approximately 200 AMU, atomic mass unit. So what is the average atomic mass of the given element? It is 200 AMU. Do note the formula, that's very important. Okay, moving to the next question. Read out the next question where it is mentioned volume occupied by one molecule of water. They have just asked you to find volume occupied by one molecule of water. Density is given 1 gram per cm cube. Options are 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 23 cm cube, 9 into 10 to the power minus 23 cm cube. Option C, 6.023 into 10 to the power minus 23 cm cube, and option D is where it is 3 into 10 to the power minus 23 cm cube. What are you supposed to find? Volume occupied by one molecule of water. Now what are we This is again related to mole concept. So first we know that density is equal to mass by volume. Yes, we know that density is equal to mass by volume. Let us see weight of 1 mole of water. 1 mole of water means Avogadro number of water molecule. Avogadro number means 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of water will be 18 gram, right? H2O, 2 plus 16, 18. Therefore, weight of, first we shall find weight, that means mass, and then we can go for volume. Yes, if you know the mass, then you can substitute here. You already know the density as 1. Then we can find out the volume of 1 molecule of water. So weight of 1 molecule of water will be, you know this, molar mass by Avogadro's number, that is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. It comes out to be 3 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. So what is asked? Volume is asked. So go for volume. Volume is equal to mass of 1 molecule. Mass of 1 molecule divided by density. Yep. It is 3 into 10 to the power minus 23 by 1. Density is 1. So what is the answer? 3 into 10 to the power minus 23. And what is the unit here? Volume is asked. Comes to be cm cube. Which is the option? Right option is D. D is the right option here. Again, the next question is a very simple one. The one similar to that you have solved, related to empirical formula. What is it? You will have to find the simple ratio of the elements that are involved in the, that's given in the data. Let's see. What is the data given? An organic compound contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Its elemental analysis gave carbon to be 38.71%, hydrogen 9.67%. The empirical formula is what you have to find out. Again, you have to make the table, because the table is the easiest way that you can solve if you are quick at solving. And that as well. Let me write down the options. Option C is CH2O. Option D is CHO. Okay, so first let us write the elements given. Which are the elements given? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Right? Next, percentage. See, this is very important now. What is the percentage given? Percentage of carbon is said to be 38.71. Percentage of hydrogen is said to be 9.67. What is the percentage of oxygen? It's not mentioned. What does it mean? See, every time when the percentage is given, it is by comparing it to 100. So if you convert it into grams, this will be 38.71, 9.67 grams. That means in 100 grams, this many grams of carbon and hydrogen are present. So how do you find that for oxygen? Add these two and then subtract that number from 100. So 38.71 plus 9.67, it comes to be 48.38. So 100 minus 48.38, you'll get it as 51.62. Yes, so 51.62% of oxygen. Hope it's clear. Next step, what are you going to do? You can write the atomic weight. Atomic weight of carbon is 12. Hydrogen is 1. Oxygen is 16. Let me directly write number of moles. Percentage composition divided by atomic mass. So it comes to be 38.71 divided by 12. Here 9.67 divided by 1. 51.62 divided by 16. So what are the values here? It comes out to be 3.22, here 9.67 itself, here it is 3.22. Next we need to find the simple ratio. How do you find the simple ratio? To find simple ratio, consider the smallest number. Which is the smallest number? 3.22 divided by 3.22, 1. 9.67 divided by 3.22, which approximately you get it as 3. Here 3.22 divided by 3.22, you get it as 1. So what will be the empirical formula? Carbon is 1, hydrogen is 3, and oxygen is again 1. CH3O, option B. Next question. How many moles of lead 2 chloride will be formed? Oxidation state of lead is 2 there. How many moles of lead chloride will be formed from a reaction between 6.5 gram of lead oxide and 3.2 gram of HCl? So what is given? They are reacting PbO, lead oxide and HCl, and how many moles of lead chloride? So it's again under stoichiometry you have. Let's write the chemical equation. Before that, let me mention the options. 0.029, option B is 0.044, option C is 0.333, option D 0.011. So what is the equation given? Lead oxide is being reacted with HCl. Which are the products you get? You get lead chloride, PbCl2, which is the one more product. Hydrogen and oxygen forms water. Balance the equation. Balancing the equation, 2 hydrogen, here 1 hydrogen, 2. Rest things are balanced. Yes. Now what is given? 6.5 gram of lead oxide, 3.2 gram of HCl is given. Between these the reaction is taking place. Am I right? Yes. So what is given? First what you have to do? You have to find how many moles of lead chloride. Here you will have to find how many moles of lead chloride will be formed. So what are you supposed to do? Find number of moles. N is equal to given mass divided by its molar mass. Molar mass of here it comes to be lead oxide. Lead is 207 plus oxygen is 16. So it will be 223. You get 0.029 mole. Here number of moles will be 3.2 divided by, here hydrogen 1, chlorine 35.5, you get it as 36.5, where it is 0.087 mole. Now what you have to check among these two? As I have mentioned earlier, we will have to find, since the question, in the question they have asked you moles of lead chloride. So since you have got an idea of mole for these reactants, we have to check which is the limiting reagent. Among these two, which is the limiting reagent, which is present in smallest quantity? It is lead oxide. So lead oxide will be the limiting reagent. That means it gets consumed soon in the reaction. So it limits the product. If it has to limit the product formation, that means how much can you expect PbCl2? This reacts and forms that many number of PbCl2. So 0.029 mole will be formed. That is the right answer. We shall move on to the next question, where in the next question it is asked 10 gram of hydrogen and 64 gram of oxygen were filled. 10 gram of hydrogen and 64 gram of oxygen were filled in a steel vessel and exploded. So you can have a picture, hydrogen and oxygen being exploded means it's nothing but combustion. What is the product formed? Hydrogen and oxygen can form water. Amount of water produced in this reaction will be. So the options are in moles. Let me write the options. 1 mole, option B 2 mole, option C 3 mole, or option D 4 moles. This is again based on stoichiometry. So let us write the balanced equation. So what is given? Hydrogen and oxygen were filled in a vessel and it was exploded. How do you balance it? 2 2s are 4. So here it is 2, right? What is given? Hydrogen is given to be 10 gram. Oxygen is given to be 64 grams. So these were exploded. So let us find number of moles here. Given mass by molar mass is 2. So what is the number of mole? Number of mole comes out to be 5. Here N is equal to given mass by oxygen. 16 2s are 32. Number of moles comes out to be 2 mole. Which is the limiting reagent here? Whether it is oxygen or hydrogen, that is the limiting reagent. Limiting reagent is oxygen, 2 mole. This is 5 mole. So this gets consumed soon compared to hydrogen. Now what we have to see is amount of water produced in the reaction is what we have to see, right? So 64 gram of oxygen means 2 moles. But here you see in the balanced chemical equation we need to find for 1 mole, right? So what are we supposed to do? Therefore 1 mole of oxygen gives 1 mole of oxygen means 16 2s are 32. Yep, it gives 2 moles of water, and in the question you see 64 gram is mentioned. That means it is of 2 mole, 32 plus 32. In the equation it is 1 mole, 32 only. For that it is 2 moles. But this is given for 2 moles. Are you getting the point? Therefore for 2 moles of oxygen, it will be 2 2s are 4 moles of water. That is why D is the right option there. Hope you are getting the point now. Okay, here in the equation it is actually 1 mole, but as per the question it is given 10 gram of water, 10 gram of hydrogen and 64 gram of oxygen. 64 gram of oxygen means 2 moles. So for 2 moles it will be twice of that. 2 2s are 4. That is why it is 4 moles. Okay. Next question. In the next question you see the number of atom in 0.1 mole of triatomic gas is, the options are, what are you supposed to find? Number of atoms in 1 mole of triatomic gas. Option A is 1.806 into 10 to the power 23. Option B is 3.600 into 10 to the power 23. Option C is 1.800 into 10 to the power 22, and option D is 6.026 into 10 to the power 22. So let us see. Let us continue in the next video.